Hi, in this video we'll get started with Geogebra, how to graph, and then we will talk about some of the features. After watching this video, you should be able to complete your first homework assignment in Geogebra. So to get to Geogebra, we simply go to www.geogebra. It's a combination of geometry and algebra, so it's Geogebra. And now remember, it's .org, not .com. It will take you to the Geogebra website. The first thing you want to do is click download, and then you do web start. It may download something to your computer the first time in, but you can actually download the thing if you need to. But this is the easiest way. Just hit Geogebra and web start. Alright, I don't know if it's defaulting to this view first of all, but the first thing we want to do is be able to see our graph as well as the algebra. So I'm going to select View and Algebra, okay? And now it's going to show me the algebra on the left and the graph on the right, okay? The other thing I like to do when I get in here, and this is simply as a tool for the students, is I hit font size and go on up to like 24 so you guys can actually read it. Okay, so again, that's under options. Notice that across the top I have menus that are pretty familiar: File, Edit, View, Perspectives, Options, Tools, Window, Help. Alright, and where I found the font size is under Options. However, if you notice right below there, there's a bunch of squares. That's where we'll actually do the math type stuff. And we'll come back to that in a minute. The other thing I want to point out is down here is our input line. Geogebra requires that we input everything in function notation. So if I simply want to graph the line y equals 3x plus 4, I don't put it in as y equals 3x plus 4. I have to input it as f of x equals 3x plus 4. And now once I hit enter, my graph is going to appear. Notice that in the algebra pane over here on the left, I have f of x equals 3x plus 4. On the right, I have my graph of 3x plus 4. Now the first thing I'm going to show you how to do, and this is really cool, especially if you've been dealing with a graphing calculator, is how to zoom in and out. If you're dealing with a mouse that has the roller on it, you can just simply be on the graph and use your roller to zoom in and out. Also, you can click on this first page. Notice it says Move Graphics View, not first page, but this first square to the right. And now every time I can just drag this around, okay? So if I needed to come way up here to say, all right, when does it equal 22, I can zoom way up, I can go in and out, okay, which is really cool. So we can move. And now that is under your graphics view. Now, it never fails, I'll be trying to do something and all I can do is move the graph. You want to go back to your arrow, the far left one, once you're done with that. And now it'll just let me select things and those types of things. Okay, so we've typed in our function, which is just a straight line, 3x plus 4. And if I wanted to, I've got a variety of things I can do. I can rename it, I can trace it. If you click Object Properties, if you want to change yours, so now let's go to 4x minus 2, I can do that here. Okay, and now it's changed my function to f of x equals 4x minus 2. Alternatively, if I type in another function and name it the same name, 3x plus 4, it will change it. Okay, so be careful. If I want to type in a second graph, I need to name it a second name. So now I'm going to type in g of x, and that's going to equal to 2x minus 4. Okay, so now I have my two graphs. All right, notice that I can't view where those two graphs intersect, but I'm going to zoom out, and now I can read that off the graph at -20. Okay, pretty cool. So we can zoom in, we can zoom out, and we can do all kinds of things like that. The final thing I'm going to teach you how to do right now. All right, so in this particular video, we've learned how to enter the function. Remember function notation, f of x equal to, g of x equal to. I've told you that to move it, you're going to click on this last thing, and then you click on the graph and move around. Okay, if you need to get out of that, you go back to the arrow here. Okay, And now the other thing I want you to be able to do is to insert text. Okay? So the way I insert text is I go to the one that has ABC and I go to insert text. And now if I'm trying to label the y-intercept, I could say y-intercept at 0, -4. Okay? And notice that it puts that on the graph. I can say, again, might need to move down. Insert a text. I click on the ABC box. Notice in the bottom right-hand corner of each of these boxes, there is a red triangle. Click on that triangle to get your options. So here, I can come here and say x-intercept at 2, 0. And it will label that as well. Okay? All right. And now, for our homework, I actually ask you to print this, okay, or to put it in. We can just copy and paste this into a Word document. So what I'm going to do is export. I'm going to export the graphic view to the clipboard. So now to get a picture of the graph, I go to File, Export, Graphic View to Clipboard. Okay, and now it's out on the clipboard. I'm now going to go into my Word document. Wrong button. Click Paste. And now I've inserted it right into Word. So if I ask you to submit a graph, you can simply copy and paste. Notice that it pastes exactly what was showing in this window. So if I actually wanted to get a picture of their intersection here, I would need to make sure that was showing. So it's File, Export, Graphics View to Clipboard, come back to my Word document, and now I can paste that one. And notice now it's pasted where they actually intersect. I hope this is enough to get you started in GeoGebra. If you have questions, let me know. We'll use this throughout the semester to explore our functions. Thank you.